Oh, I forgot what I was doing for just a second. What day is it? Oh, it's Fun Friday. Ahoo. I'm a little sleep deprived, so I apologize already. There was crazy wind last night, and I've definitely been more on the not sleeping well spectrum again. So I'm still drinking my coffee, but I'm waking up still. So I'm sorry, I forgot about the rounds of applause. And before I forget, let's just get this terrible joke over with, and then you guys get to hear another terrible, scary story from Malawi. Okay. Hello, Pedro. Happy Friday. Okay. Are you guys ready? All right. What does a cell phone give his girlfriend? Wait for it. A ring? Oh! I didn't even read that one beforehand, and yes, it was okay. It actually made me do a real tiny little laugh, not a giant sympathy laugh, so I think that one was okay, at least for me. So we'll put Pedro out of his misery. You can wait until next week. Oh, of course, you guys. Now, those of you who are my friends on Facebook, you have seen this, but I get to go. Well, I was supposed to go to Florida to see my grandma. Was really excited, and it was going to be on the 1st of April. But my grandma, sadly, she had, her son is having some major health issues, and he lives in New Jersey, so she's gonna go out and stay with him for a while. But it was good because I still really wanted to go to San Diego, and we were actually able, since it's Southwest and they're awesome, we just changed the flight from Florida to San Diego. So I get to leave in less than, oh my gosh, about 2 weeks now, and I get to stay for 15 days. And I'm so excited. Okay, so that, now are you guys ready for the terrible story? And I will, hold on. Yes, before I forget, let me give you the John Prine song, Hello in There will be the song I will play for you guys today. See, I'm still working on my coffee. I slept in until almost 10 though. I never do that. So hopefully that means somewhere along the day I won't be too tired like I have been. Alright, are you guys ready? So, I told you guys I went on that village trip for 2 days, and that's when I got malaria. And a friend of mine who is like a preacher, she asked me to come along and to see if I wanted to give a teaching or two. And I was really excited about that because God had given me a really cool story that I was excited to share. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. Well, so we get there, and the only shoes that I've been wearing in the city are flip-flops because it's fine, they do a pretty good job, or sandals. But so we get there, and it starts pouring rain, like almost the instant we get there. And so, now, if you guys have ever tried to wear flip-flops in the middle of a giant rainstorm, you would know it is hard. You keep losing your flip-flop, mud is getting all over your feet. So I'm like, you know what, I need shoes for the rest of this trip. So, there was a little shop area, so I got a pair of shoes. They were much more sturdy, and they had a little, lift on them, and I was like, these will be great. And I do have to say, yes, I almost fell in the flip-flops because they slipped on the mud. So that was another reason I knew I needed a new pair of shoes right away. So I felt good about my shoe purchase, and we continued on. And so the first day we got there, I did my teaching, and it was great. And then everybody in Malawi, this is how they just want people to come to your house, their house, come, usually make you food. It's something that they're really proud about. So me and Celeste, the girl that I went with, were just kind of after I did my teaching. We were trying to figure out what we wanted to do. We were hungry, and this guy is like, come with me. I take you to my house, and I have food there for you. And we're like, okay, that sounds good. Well, little did we know. So it was, okay, so according to this guy that we were going to his house, it's very close. It's very close. Just up that hill. It's very close. So he continues to tell us this while we're like walking really far, and it is muddy, and of course now we have to cross. He's like, up there, my house, up there, and he's pointing like top of the hill, and there's this huge ravine river that now is so high, the river is rushing, and he's like, come, and somehow he makes it over the river, so me and Celeste are like, we should be able to do this. And I kid you not, it was, like, the river was wild, it was high, and I, like, even as I was stepping across, like, I almost, like, fell in, but thankfully, again, I had those good shoes, because it would have been pretty, it wouldn't have gone well for me if I had my flip-flops on, so I was like, yes, thank you, Deeves, that I thought to get some good shoes. So we make it across the river, and we're like, where is this guy's house? Come, it's just up here, and we keep going, and what seems to take forever, we finally get to this guy's house, and now we're starving, and he just gives us, I know, bless his heart, but he just gives us this little snack, like, they tasted like Rice Krispies that have been fried, and it tasted good, but we are so hungry, and now it's dark, and it's past, like, now we're like, oh my gosh, we thought we would have something to eat, we're starving, and of course he wants us to stay for a long time, but of course, as we were getting ready to leave his house, he finally lets us leave. We decide, actually somebody says, oh, there's a way you don't have to go that long way, here's a shortcut to the church, and the shortcut was like, yes, a lot closer than the long way that we had come. We're like, oh, well, that would have been good to know. Thanks a lot for future reference. And of course, my shoes now, because I've been walking so far in them, I'm getting huge blisters. So by the time we finally make it home, my feet are killing me. I'm so tired and hungry. So, but that is very typical. I think African, they, this has happened to us 2 other times where you have no idea where you're going, and this house is usually not very close. Yes, but the last 2 times that somebody had done that for us, they did make dinner at lunch. So it was just one of those. We laughed a lot, but we also felt like we were almost dying for most of that walk. So that is your guys' story. I'm almost done with my Malawi stuff for you guys, and then I'm gonna go and do my India memories. Alright, you guys, now you can officially start your weekend, and I will talk when I have more to say.